And we're back.
Hey! Did anything I say there get caught? I think it probably did.
Yeah, I think the end
That's
of it.
right.
not.
Yay!
Wouldn't worry about it.
Yay! Awesome. So
Roughly
race-
what distance
Hmm?
have we traveled ahead of the other two?
Not very much, apart from the fact that you're super duper way faster than them, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
no chance. What's your movement rate?
50.
Yeah, that's right.
Mine is 45
Oh, really? Okay.
because I'm monkey.
Oh, and mine is
Yeah.
25 because I'm
Because you're dwarfy.
And mine's
a
50.
little legs.
Unless I let go.
Yeah.
Who witnessed something that would make you doubt your own behavior and your own loyalty to? I think most of all, I think Nathan's
Oh,
character.
I doubt all of them.
Yes.
You know what I
That's
say?
right.
I doubt all of them believing me.
Yeah, I think
so I don't
there's a
need
lot.
no-
There's a lot of suspicion that maybe something's going terribly wrong, and there's more to what's going on than appears to the eye. So I'm going to give Nathan's character Dusvada 2 saves. There was a DC that I was setting for you, which was getting less and less depending on how many saves you'd made. I think I've lost track of that, unfortunately.
I feel like it was like
Honestly-
14 or something.
Honestly,
Is that
they left me to die. I'm very much not.
It was DC 25 originally. It's been going down from then. Okay, yeah. So maybe it's
14.
been going down in 5. Yeah. So who else saw something that would make you doubt yourself, or maybe there's something else?
I felt Johnny go past me and then grabbed a wolf and he was running away.
Yeah, which is very
I feel like that
unlike.
might make me doubt the loyalty of Johnny.
That's right.
But then I'm also holding on to him, so I feel
Yeah.
kinship. So I'm a
Okay.
bit torn.
That's right. So there's one save there for sure. Excellent. What about? Yeah, I mean that's the sort of the radical act, isn't it, Johnny? The fact that the furbolg wild shaped and then ran away, which is very much not the point of the entire way battle goes in your group. Yeah, you're very much the tank, obviously. So I'll give you one save for that as well. What about Koshamare? Yeah, well, I suppose that moment of command, that moment of
Does that shake my? What is the question?
So
Does it
what we're
shake
doing
my-
is we're giving you a save to disbelieve. So one or more of you might, at this critical juncture, be given motivation enough to at least doubt that what you've come all this way to do, and to suspect that maybe something fishy is going on, and that people aren't behaving normally, and you're not behaving normally.
Oh, that there's an undue
Influence, yeah.
influence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Yep.
So we're going to make it a will save, a wisdom save.
So there is another moment that I considered doing something rash, and
Yes.
that was when I'd killed the first creature in front of us.
Yep.
I had an opportunity to run past the other guys,
That's
and
right.
instead I turned
That's
around
right. Yeah.
and shoved the thing into the back of the elemental.
Yeah, you were
So
getting jealous that I was in front of you or something, I think.
that's probably yes.
Okay, so let's give oh man, these character names. Koshamar 2 saves as well. The DC I think
So
should
we
be
all have one
20.
save? And-
Yeah, that's right. The DC should be 20, I think, from memory at this point. So
DC
I definitely
20
failed it.
wisdom save.
okay, does anyone make it? So Koshamar gets 2, and Nathan's character gets 2 as well.
I got a
18.
15.
18.
Got 25
Is Bless
and
still working?
11. No.
25 is enough.
25. So Nathan, that makes sense. So
Yeah,
literally
completely.
Yeah.
abandoned. Literally, they tried to murder you.
Yep.
Literally, it's like, what the hell? What in all the gods that you believe in is going on? Some fell effect is affecting your friends, your party, your compatriots, your low lives, your selfish mercenaries. But you were always at least loyal to one another, at the very least for tactical purposes and personal safety advantage. Come to think of it, what the heck's happening with you? What have you been chasing? This justice hammer, this item, and why would have that strange party been trying to to get this Justice Hammer and why your comrades seem so set on it. You pretty much snap out of it, and you feel that what's down the tunnel, what you just saw everyone disappear down towards, is actually something terrible, something dangerous to them, and in fact, perhaps dangerous to the whole world.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh. Yeah, so
You know, which is going to be a bigger
the whole
problem.
world.
I thought you were trying to put an effect on your voice.
Yeah.
Veiled misery.
I thought,
Nah,
I
still
thought,
not
wow,
working.
come on, guys, let's just pretend he did okay, all right?
Oh, that was great. Really good sound effects. Yeah.
Perhaps it just wasn't going
We'll
through
fix it in
Discord.
post.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but because of your movement,
I was about to say
you are.
that's about as useful. That's about as useful as like a something on a not useful something. Because I'm moving
Stop
25.
referencing games and movies. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's right.
Think of a movie
so-
where there's something incredibly useful, but isn't close to being useful.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Do you want to move that
Hobbits,
map across to the right so we can see what's at the end? The rest of you emerge into this peculiar chamber. The rocks grow off the walls of this chamber like crystals, like living kind of sort of mushroomy, sort of angular mushrooms, poorly rendered sort of 1990 computer game mushrooms on the walls. There's these strange purple flowers that seem to grow only in the light of what shines on this altar at the end. And what shines on this altar is, of course, what you've all come here to see. The items which have so called to you, the items which can fix and solve the struggle for power that you've always sought to resolve, solve the dangers to the world. Yes, Johnny, you see the moon sickle lying on this altar, shining, glinting in the moonlight, which comes inexplicably out of the sky, even though there's not actually a hole in the roof of this chamber. There's beams of moonlight shining down, lighting up the beautiful decorations that only the rightful possessor of the moon sickle can see. Derek, you see the fortress staff lying across it, gold and gleaming, and these plants eating up the light that it shines, protecting them like it protects everything in the world, and will protect you and protect your people and protect the faithful and the loyal. John, you see this large altar and this tiny, beautiful crystal four-leaf clover just lying in the center, looking innocent and sparkly and beautiful. But you know its true power. You know that it will bring you all the good fortune that a halfling might rightfully have.
It already has.
It already has. The fact that you're here, ready now to possess it.
It's destiny. I'm gonna say to Johnny, I'm gonna say, we did it. We found the crystal clover of fate. Ah, we are truly lucky.
That's an interesting thing to say. What do you mean, the crystal clover of fate?
Well, I don't speak wolf,
That's
so
right. That's right.
Yeah. I can't reply.
What's that, Fido?
You hear that? You hear those
Timmy's
words.
fallen down into lava.
Yeah.
You hear those words, but they don't
Again.
make any sense to you. Clover crystal of fate. I'll give you another
Yeah.
save, I suppose.
Yeah. Make a roll. You never know. 10 is
So
not
bright,
going to
so
be enough.
beautiful.
No, not enough.
Are we still rolling at 20?
Yes, I suppose so. We don't want too many people to succeed, I suppose. Yes. I should have probably systematized this, or maybe it's easier narratively if we budget. Yes. So he's trying to deceive you, I suppose, trying to confuse you at this last juncture before you finally possess it. You also hear this, of course, Derek. You were running. Would he hear it? Maybe he wouldn't. Maybe this is at this moment that you enter the chamber, and
Right.
you see the wolf standing there with its naked pink turkey skin on half its body, like a weird sort of zebra pattern of burnt hair. and
So
clinging.
I'm like suddenly hungry, but also not at the same time.
That's right. A bit dry.
Yum.
And Yusfal, this devious halfling there, and they're both regarding, and that's when you see the staff there.
We are saved. We are saved, friends. I shall get this. I shall get this stuff.
Did you say stuff?
Staff.
I only see one thing. And that is the crystal clover of fate.
It is no mere trinket, no bauble. It is the staff of Fortress.
Perhaps we are misunderstanding each other, but there is no stuff here that I can see unless you seeing it with magical eyes.
Right there on this glowing red altar. Are you blind?
My friend, I think you have been poisoned.
Excellent.
You are hallucinating.
No, look. I start to walk over.
No need to do that. No.
I
So they're lunging forward.
I stand up on my hind legs. Are you still riding on me with my back, or have you got off?
I think unless you kicked me off, I think I'm still staring in like awe at the
All right.
clover.
Well, I'm gonna rear up on my hind legs, and as a bonus action, I am gonna transform back into a furbolg.
Excellent.
At which point, you can either jump off or hold on.
That's right.
I think I'd probably tumble off.
Excellent.
And I say, the moon sickle is mine.
Your motorcycle? What?
Is that like an icicle but made of moon? What is that?
I
Ah,
ignore
that
them
you
and
have all
I
been put under an enchantment.
I stride forward with my very long furbolg strides.
I love it.
Wait up.
Reach out to grab the moon sickle.
Excellent. So you all approach the altar. You're sort of getting close now.
Hang on, has Nathan arrived yet? Or
Yes.
No,
No.
No, he's
I've been
still 5 minutes
25
away.
feet.
No.
I'm
He's coming.
Okay.
So there's this kind of, you're all trying to walk forward, trying to discuss the fact that there's some sort of confusion about what's there and that someone's been deceived. But nevertheless, you are still tempted to walk forward. And of course, you always want to be the first person to reach out. And it's kind of this weird discussion, disagreement, jostling, casual but determined sort of scuffle, like people trying to casually walk towards the last prawn cocktail on the buffet kind of thing without looking like they were there to get it. It's at that moment.
It's exactly like that.
It's exactly like that. That's that
Slightly out of breath.
our
dwarf
friend,
runs in.
our cared comrade, the dwarf, enters the room.
Dun,
This is-
dun, dun.
Ooh.
Do I have to do that again?
No, you don't.
And what you see, dwarf, is something quite horrifyingly different. You see, lying on this altar, a hand and an eye. A hand that looks ancient, with gaunt flesh, with tendons hanging out the stump of the end of the hand where an arm should be. Long nails which are green and curved, skin which is flecked with green and grey, and pus oozing out of incisions on the back of the hand. It glows with a irrepressible, unmistakable, evil, powerful aura that any paladin, even on his half day off, would be able to recognize. But not only that, it's a very eye as well. An eye lies on the altar, with its optic nerve trailing out like the strange tendrils of a diseased jellyfish. And it's yellowish optical fluid in which floats the cornea and a dark black hole of an iris that looks like it would suck in the universe into a negative space and destroy all.
Wow.
Yep, that's my crystal clover.
That's right.
Beautiful.
Can I just go like this?
Yes.
I'm gonna walk into the room and be like, just this one.
That's right.
I'm gonna cast detect good and evil.
Oh, you survived.
I'm gonna detect good and evil, and then kind of like highlight. Okay, so detect good and evil undetects undead, which I'm guessing it is.
Yes.
Located within 30 feet of you, and as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, if there's blah blah blah. So yeah, so basically I just do that, and I'm just like, and like hopefully that spell is like highlighting, and as a cleric does. You know how
The
like
dwarf, the dwarf walks forward to steal your rightful possession, no doubt. He then utters magical words which make your hands rush towards your weapons, lest he's trying to cast some deception on you, or God forbid, Kalshimar, control you once again like he did before and delay your arrival, delay you placing your hand.
don't make
on
me
what's
do it.
rightfully
I'll do it
yours.
again as well.
That's right. But then, such is the power, such is the force, the intensity of this evil which lies upon the altar, and that it literally, the dwarf is thrown back. The tendrils of green, sickly yellowness that wrap desirously around your comrades and caress them like the evil limbs of a succubus coming at night to take their will and their strength. It's so overwhelming. The dwarf is thrown back, and then and your mouth fills with bile, with the horror of the scene. We kind of basically need to determine who out of the two, which 2 out of 3 remaining tempted individuals gets their hands on these 2 items.
I don't think it'll be me. I don't think I'm fast enough or large enough to get through.
You are roguish and good at sneaking. and
Yeah,
grabbing.
but you kind of pushed me out of the way and walked forward, didn't you? So,
I did.
and I think I'm shocked that Nathan survived. So I'm looking at him, going, "Oh, great! How am I going to deal with
this will
this?"
be awkward. That's right.
Oh,
I remember.
That's fantastic.
the North remembers.
The North remembers.
I mean, yeah.
Do we see all of this stuff that happens to Nathan? These tendrils?
No, not at all. No, you are well. Sorry, he actually literally took that action, didn't he, in order to try and reveal. So let's make that. So I'll give you another save. All 3 of you save again. See if any of you.
What does this save on again?
So we'll save DC
Will save.
20.
Wisdom.
Wisdom
I get a
save.
14.
Wrong edition. No one makes it.
Yo.
No one makes it.
So
Excellent.
it's between me and Johnny?
I suppose so. Well, I mean, there are 2 things there, so you could probably. I mean, you kind of go thrusting forward. You're literally saying you're sort of stuck behind them. Is there a rush at the altar?
I think
What
I would have been
happens?
shocked, but if it's overcome this idea of grabbing the clover, I'll definitely scramble between legs and try and get to it.
Do we want to? I suppose we could resolve it mechanically. It makes little difference ultimately. Or it flavors the rest of our story, the rest of our journey. What evil actually emerges out of this situation? What sort of what individual it was that seized the items, or one or both? You're sort of clambering to your feet, Nathan. Your head's still spinning by the sheer power. Perhaps you are forced to dismiss your spell to actually be able to see anything at all instead of the blinding. It's like a blinding light, except blinding darkness.
I'm also gonna heal myself if that's okay.
Okay, good.
Might have just thinking about it after that run. Yeah, I'm gonna just start curing wounds on myself a few times, just because I took F ton of damage.
And me, right? Me too?
No,
Buddy or pal?
no. Clearly,
No,
look,
no, not even
no.
a Band-Aid?
Oh, you can have a Band-Aid, not a good one, like one of the used ones, but yeah.
One of those like D20 Band-Aids that you roll a
Yeah.
D20 and that's how many health I get?
Yeah,
What's the spell called?
yeah, no,
Heal,
no,
is it?
not that.
No, it's not happening.
Not here.
All right,
No, cure.
Well, one of the great things about the moon sickle
Yes.
is that it does a lot of healing. So I
Does
think-
it?
I
Yeah,
think
if it existed.
I'm potentially even more than usually motivated with my current
Excellent.
health point situation.
So the
And the
furbolg
health
goes
points of my
plunging
friends,
forward.
you know?
Ben, I've got
So-
halfling nimbleness, which allows me
Okay.
to move through the space of any creature that is the size of me or larger.
Yep. Okay. Fantastic. And what sort of what are you going to do to get there, Derek?
I'm going to cast Shatter.
Uh huh.
A 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point Anybody in that point must make a saving throw,
Excellent. Fantastic.
a Constitution saving throw. So I'm going to attempt probably to get Johnny and John's character in that.
All right, so what's the diff again?
Excellent.
DC?
Constitution saving throw 14.
14. Oh yeah, 19.
Okay.
Okay, so you take.
So I've got uncanny dodge, so I think I don't take anything on those kind of things. I think.
Ooh, fantastic.
Okay.
So the wily halfling just winds around the shattering effect. And but now, did you save Johnny?
I did succeed. Yeah, I got a 15.
Okay, so half
So you-
damage.
You take 5 points of damage.
Oh wow, just disappointing. Excellent.
Yeah.
So
Actually-
now, yep.
I have to do a reaction to halve the attack. What's a reaction?
That's
it
an
have to
action.
have a
It's a type of
reaction?
action. Yeah, you have to have
okay,
the
all
action.
right.
You
That's
can,
right.
you can only,
Yeah.
yeah.
Reaction.
You only get one.
So you
of them.
take 2 points of damage.
So, Kaushimar casts a spell. The very air smashes around you, but you manage to. The Furbolg just walks straight through it, I suppose, and a halfling nimbly rolls out of the way. Now, give me some kind of nimbleness acrobatics check. Let's see what raw number you get, John, and then I suppose
23.
23. Excellent. Do you want to give me like a strength check to sort of grab him and shove him out of the way? Is that what you're going to do, Johnny?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that sounds like me. 12.
12, yeah. So you try and grab this halfling, but he just skips and rolls out of the way. And Derek, you're what sort of I suppose.
Well, that was obviously to kind of
Yeah.
distract or slow them down. So
Yeah.
I'm going to leap
So
forward to the dais and pick
And
up
I'll-
the staff.
And I'll give you advantage for that one then. Yeah. So give me acrobatics then.
I get a 22 or a 25.
Okay, cool. So it's at the critical moment, just as you're clearing your head, you've dispelled your spell, Nathan. You see the Furbolg tries to grab the halfling, throw him out of the way. Well, maybe that's what you do. Maybe you try and grab him to throw him out of the way so that you have a clear walk up to the moon sickle. But Yusfal and Kaushimar are there at the altar. In a horrifying moment, you see them reach out, and I'll let you think about it. Let's say who wants the hand of Vecna and who wants the eye of Vecna? These items are going to take over these characters.
I don't want either of those things. I'd like a clover.
Hang on,
These items-
I've heard of these.
Hang on.
These are like
If there's one thing that's clover shaped, it's probably an eye.
An
Yeah,
eye,
I'll go for the
yes,
eye, for sure.
yes,
Shaped.
yes.
It's kind of
That's nice.
Yeah.
These items are going to
Close to
transform these two individuals, these two individuals, which are strangely reminiscent or familiar for having and of ultimately having their place taken. It's going to transform them into the very big bad guys who are the cause of all the troubles in our fading adventure. So maybe you each want to describe in a moment, once I've given you a chance to think about it, what it looks like, what happens in the room, what happens to the Furbolg, and what happens to Nathan's character, whether he manages to flee and appear later in the story somewhere, and also what happens to Murray's character, who is just walking into the room at this moment, having got lost perhaps along the way, or snuck off after from the thing, thinking he
Snuck off
would
and
find
got
the right
lost,
way.
yeah.
Snuck off and got lost.
He was across the bridge first.
That's right. He was across the bridge, but managed to somehow, in a dead straight
Just
tunnel,
got
that's
lost,
right, got lost. He walks in. Just a reminder for everyone: Murray's character is an half elf sorcerer. That's right. Yes. Who was-
just right for everyone. Murray's character is not important.
That's right. It was the opposite version of the wonderfully friendship-focused Assyria, but this one's Assyria. So yeah, who wants to go first? Who wants to tell a little story out of John and Derek? Who's ready?
So I'm ready.
Yep, go for it.
I pick up the hand, and the hand kind of glows in my grasp, and I, without almost even thinking about it, pull out my short sword and lock off my own hand.
Oh,
Both hands kind of suspend in the air, and the hand of Vecna attaches to my wrist and kind of transfers the life energies to me, and my original hand shrivels and blackens and falls to the ground. And I look at my own hand and marvel at it and feel quite pleased.
Excellent. John?
I grab the clover off the table and hold it to my heart, and then I feel it start to slide into the skin, and then like a marble rolling up through my chest and through my lungs and throat. It pops up behind my eyes into my temple, and it then starts to slit open into an eye that looks around the room with a Baelish stare.
I suppose I should let maybe we should let Nathan and Johnny decide what happens to those individuals who might appear or might be useful later in the story or might be murdered here. You probably decide. I mean, these two evil creatures that now stand in this room are completely abandoned to selfish ambition, to the will that's being channeled through them. They're no longer your friends. Yes, Nathan?
I'm going to cast Hold Person on both of them and tell Johnny's character to run.
Oh, that's cool. As in, you'll just delay them
because I know I'm slow.
Yourself, perhaps.
So I'll Misty Step behind them and then Hold Person on both of them as long as I can, and just give you.
That's such a cleric thing to do. That's beautiful.
That's so brave.
I can picture Thor doing that. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, definitely. So that's wonderful. So you stand there. Yeah. What does
cast? I only have one spell slot left at second level, and I'm going to use it to cast Pass Without Trace on both Nathan's character and mine.
Murray's character and yours. He's told you.
Murray's character.
Murray's character and yours. Yeah. And you sort of
so a veil of shadows and silence. Mask us from detection.
Perhaps all illusions of what was going on are shattered at that moment when your two friends, or what were your two friends, are now vanished, transform into, and it's slowly growing in stature, quickly growing in darkness. You cast this spell and then turn and flee. Do they get away? Did Murray's character and Johnny's character get away?
Sure.
Does
I reckon
find out
have to.
next. Find out next time.
No.
Or do we want to?
We'll forget in 4 months' time.
That's
We've got to finish it now.
I'm just gonna have my head turn around like Exorcist style and look over at Nathan. I'm picturing Derek's hand just reaching out and grabbing Nathan.
Would you like Nathan? Would you like your character to die in this moment? Like, is that the idea, to sacrifice?
I thought we were all going to die.
That was absolutely You're
all going to lose control of the characters.
My character goes like this. He dies. He doesn't die in that moment. He dies off camera. But you hear a scream, and then, as if like a scream, and then this like breaking of bones and just crushing, and then just.
So the first soul consumed, the first flesh rent, the first servant added to the army, to the purpose.
Was he killed? Was he killed, or was he taken over to become a soldier?
Yes, turn into a source for the black glue, the black ink that's infecting this world. The source of the death of the power, the death of the influence of the gods, the falling of those who had their righteous place. And were meant to be doing good, but had too long neglected. What was that, Nathan?
They can cast Wish. With the properties of the eye and the hand, you can cast Wish.
They've even more powers.
I wish I had pulled my pants up before I grabbed this cloak.
Maybe that's the name of this new evil god, the Pantless. That's right.
The two gods. One god there with his hand looking all cool, and one god there with his pants down, with his eye like... You Dr. Manhattan it. You don't care.
So off camera you see the glint of evil. I love the fact that your head just turning around, John, and just like staring at the cleric who stands there just for a moment, giving a few bare moments for for Astere and Johnny's character to escape.
Did you do that on purpose, calling him a cleric?
Yes, yes, he did. It was clearly.
And we all understood what was being said.
Right. It is a paladin
like-
moment, I suppose.
Just
yes.
like that movie, hey Ben.
His heroic,
It's just
his
his-
heroic self-sacrificial moment.
I'm not a cleric.
Yeah, my that player character moment where the cleric was just totally forgotten.
That's right. Erased from
amazing.
existence.
That
Fantastic.
was
So
amazing.
yes, indeed, Astere marries half-elf sorcerer, and Nylark, the barbarian druid Furbolg, escape with their skins. A great tower. It would be a pillar of light if it was light in any way at all. Glows out and lifts up towards the heavens through the very rocks of this fell chamber, and the earth moves, and people tucking their children in at night in the nearby village feel a strange shift in the air, a vibration in the stone underneath their houses, and the hairs rise on the back of their neck as they know something has changed, something has gone wrong, and something evil is coming. And we can leave it there.
That was awesome, Ben. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
All
All
right.
right.
We were heroes.
You were.
Wait, no, take
Wait,
that back.
no.
Nathan was the hero. The
Yeah,
cleric
Nathan was the hero.
That's right.
Yeah, you actually
Yeah,
were
the
the only
cleric.
real
Yeah,
hero.
that's right.
Nathan took one for the team. Definitely.
All right. All right.
Love it.
Well, we'll be back
That was
with
great.
more adventures soon. Everybody say goodbye.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Bye.